What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Miller's Resells here, or better known as Steven, or Dad. Got my little assistant with me today. But coming back with another thrifting haul video for you. I found a ton of stuff. I went to 5 different stores, spent a little over 6 hours thrifting, and yeah, let's just dive right into it. There are a ton of brands in here that are awesome for reselling. 3 pairs of shoes I want to start out with. First, gonna be these Uggs here. These little booties, winter booties. I mean, these still can be worn for another couple of months. I know seasons are changing, but I thought these were some pretty cool Uggs, actually. But anytime I can get some Uggs for a good price, 5, 6, $7, I'll go ahead and grab them. And these usually sell between 30, 40 bucks, sometimes more, depending on the style and size. I might try to get a little bit more for these since they're a little bit unique. Boom. Next, we got more Uggs. Uggs makes more than just winter boots, if you didn't know this. But you can see on the inside there, hopefully, Uggs. It's also on the bottom of the shoe. But yeah, these I thought were also very unique and different. I've sold similar styles like this before, and these, when I looked them up, I think we're selling for around $40 to $50, maybe a little bit more. So yeah, I paid what, $8 for these as well, I think. So yeah, another awesome find. Again, Uggs. People say Uggs is not a popular brand anymore for some reason. I'm not sure why they say that. I've sold a lot of them recently. Next, dress shoes. If you pass up dress shoes, stop doing that. There's a lot of money to be made in dress shoes. Some of them are really nice. Allen Edmonds is what these are called. And I'll take the thing out here so you can see. This is to help the shoe stay in good condition. But it might be hard to see with the lighting and everything. I'll try to do this whole thing. See, but Allen Edmonds, that's the name you want to be looking for. And it's just stamped into the leather here. But these are the Park Avenue, made in USA. And this particular style goes from anywhere from 50 up to 100, sometimes more. There was one just like this that recently sold for over 200. Yeah, Allen Edmonds, I've sold them before. They're really nice, high quality leather and handmade. So yeah, these are the cap toe style indicated by this guy, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, another awesome brand to be on the lookout for. All right, we're gonna dive into some pants here. We got some good old fashioned Carhartt jeans. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. But this is a brand that if you are new to reselling, you should always be on the lookout for, is Carhartt. They're great quality work jeans, pants. I was going to say pants and jeans at the same time. But even the basic style like this should fetch 25, 30, 35 bucks. These probably 25. There's a little bit of distressing at the back pocket there, but yeah, anytime I can get some Carhartts for a good price. Paid $5 for these. So yeah, $5 into 25, 30. Then since they have such a high sell-through rate, I'm happy to do that all the time. Next up, we got 3 pairs of these actually. These are the 511 Tactical Series pants. Double knee there, as you can see. Yeah, this is a brand actually that I'd been passing over for a little while, but after doing a little bit more research, found out that a lot of their stuff is worth quite a bit. So yeah, we got 3 pairs of these awesome double knee, what you're looking for. Whoops, cover up the microphone. What you're looking for on the double knee thing. If you didn't know, this stitching here, 2 stitches across the knee, double knee. I know a little redundant there or obvious, but if you didn't know, now you do. So we got those, and then found a pair of green ones as well. And they each have, I'll show you the tag there one more time. They each have style number. Where'd it go? Yeah. On the inside here, that I'm going to look up and see if there's anything different or unique about each individual pair. To my initial searching, the answer is no. But these sell between $25 to $35, and I got them for $2 a piece. So yeah, definitely an awesome find. Went to a local Salvation Army store in my area for the first time, and they had a ton of good stuff. Next, we got linen pants, and I'll show you the brand in a second. But linen is definitely popular. Lots of people are moving into more natural fabrics, but this is Baird McNutt, which is actually a very high quality company that makes linen, and they do collaborations for, hey, goofball. They do collaborations for other companies. This one was a collaboration with Murano, but linen, wool, cashmere, cotton, things like that, the natural fabrics people are kind of moving into and looking for. So anytime I can find something made out of linen, I usually grab it if it's a good quality brand and good price. And again, these selling for, if I remember correctly, $30 to $40, possibly more. A little bit bigger size, so I might price them up a little bit. But again, Baird McNutt. That's what you're looking for. Hey, Bucks. Next, we got some Ralph Lauren, new with tags. And these are Polo by Ralph Lauren, possibly vintage. I need to do a little bit more looking into the style and everything, but these are another silk and linen pant. I've sold some linen Ralph Lauren pants before for $50. These silk linen blend here with new with tags. I'm gonna probably price for anywhere between 70 to 100. It's a little bit bigger size, so again, gonna be asking a little bit more since it's new and bigger. But yeah, linen, anything linen, and especially if it's a good brand. So Ralph Lauren, you know Ralph Lauren. If you didn't, I'm gonna show it to you again right now. Boom, there it is. Ralph Lauren shorts. These are the chino shorts. There. And these are a newer style. But again, paid $2 for these. And Ralph Lauren chino shorts usually go between 15 $20. Easy bread and butter type of pickup. I know everybody loves that phrase and saying bread and butter. So there you go, bread and butter. But Ralph Lauren is a brand that I didn't used to pick up a lot of, and after doing a little bit more research and educating myself on what types of Ralph Lauren sells, now I grab, I say a lot of it, a lot more than I used to, just because now I know there's a lot more of it that'll sell and has good sell-through rates. So we're gonna pick it up. Next, I got 2 of these scrubs, tops and bottoms, but this is figs. Just some standard scrubs. Show you the tags here, figs. So this is a high quality brand of scrub that, could you see that? I have it just in case. Boom. High quality brand of scrub that nurses really, really love. And I got the matching pants to go with it. And these are the drawstring flared wide leg style, which goes for even more. But even if you can't find the matching set, if you just find the bottoms, you just find the top, I'm still going to pick them up if I can get them for a couple of bucks, because usually the bottoms, if by themselves, $15 to $20 each, tops about the same, maybe a little bit less, but when you have them matching set, I can get 30, 35 bucks a pop for these, and I paid $2 for each set. So $4 total, 4 into 70 at least. That seems like a good deal. Yeah, we got 2 sets of those yesterday. Here you go, assistant. Next, this was a new brand for me, actually. So this is called Good American. I'll show you the tag here. Yeah, Good American. See that? Yeah, there's this was a pretty popular brand, actually. I had never seen it before, but I guess it's a brand that people enjoy, and style is going to matter, of course. The skinny versions don't sell for quite as much and sometimes sit for a little bit longer, but the black distressed version was actually looked like still a pretty good seller for around $30, if I remember correctly, when I was looking them up at the store. So went ahead and grabbed these. They were having a sale on denim, $5 each. So went ahead and grabbed these and a few more similar to it. Yeah, this is another one. Another Good American. A little bit of distressing in the knee. Straight leg. Still kind of a skinny style, I think. These all have specific style numbers on the tags on the inside here. So just a little bit of searching, and I'll find out exactly which ones they are, and it'll make it easier to list them and ask for the right price. But just in general, this entire brand was selling between $20 to $40, depending on style, size, etc., that kind of thing, as you know. So I went ahead and grabbed those 2 pairs since they were on sale, and we'll see what happens with them. Never had the brand before, so we're gonna see. Next up, we got some Dear Johns. This is a newer brand for me that I've recently learned about. And these were unique, a little different with the stitching down the side there. Show you the tag, the Dear John. But this brand here, usually the jeans, again, it's another one of those get between $25, $35 a pair, sometimes more, depending on style, size, etc. But I thought these were unique with the side stitching there, and then the hem at the bottom. These are the Aran Slim Straight. Again, so slim and skinny are different. Slim still seems to be moving pretty decently for me for both men's and women's compared to the skinny style. I know baggy and flared legs and everything is the hotness right now, but there's still plenty of people that wear the slim and skinny, just not quite as often. So paid $5 for those. Again, gonna see if I can get at least 30 for them, maybe 35. Here is another one that, if you didn't know, BKE. If you can get it for the right price, always a pickup for me. So these are the BKE Jake jeans. I've sold a ton of BKE, and these were only $5.99. And I should be able to get at least 30, maybe 40. Yeah, 33, 32. Yeah, I'll price these up. These are like one of the perfect sizes for guys, ideal sizes. So I'll be able to get more for these, and they got a nice little stitching on the back there. But all right, last pair of pants here. We got some Levi's. These are a flared leg similar to a boot cut, but the 726 flare is a women's style. If you didn't know, you can see down at the bottom, nice flare boot cut there. This is the style that's very popular. Ladies love this, and guys love the flared leg and the boot style too. But this particular style actually uh, selling between 25 and 35 a piece, I believe. So yeah, another one that pay $4 or $5 and high sell-through rate over 50% if I remember correctly. So yeah, easy pickup. All right, we're gonna dive into the tops, the shirts, jackets, vests, all that good stuff here next. First, this was a new brand for me called Zoic. This is a mountain biking top. Show you the label, Zoic. And you can see it's another label to be on the lookout for. But this particular mountain biking top and style, this brand actually, I should say, was a nice popular brand. Pretty good sell-through rate on most of their stuff. This particular top had a good sell-through rate, and they were selling between 15 and $20 a piece. So when you pay $2 for it, it's a good deal. But Stoic is, or Zoic, not Stoic, Zoic, Zoic. Be on the lookout for that one. First time I found it. We'll see how long it sits. But yeah. All right. Here was one that I was really excited about finding for the first time in the wild. An Arc'teryx vest. I've seen lots of other people posting their Arc'teryx finds. It's got this guy on the back here. But I was super thrilled to pay $6.99 for this guy. It wasn't even half off. But $6.99, this vest should be able to get at least $75 up to $100 for it. All of the comps and similar vests is what they were selling for. And still, since it's a vest, we've got several more months of being able to sell this. And Arc'teryx has a high sell-through rate anyway, so not worried about that at all. But easy 10x on my money there. But yeah, Arc'teryx, if you see it, grab it, pay up for it, doesn't matter. I would have paid $15 for that, but I didn't have to. Next up, we got another vest here, Eddie Bauer. And Eddie Bauer is one of those brands that I didn't used to pick up, but depending on what it is, if you didn't know, Eddie Bauer, pretty popular, pretty common. Some of their stuff, though, sells really, really well, has a high sell-through rate. Some of their stuff will sit in your bin or closet or wherever you put your clothes forever. Because it is a dime a dozen. It just really depends. But these vests in particular, very, very popular, selling between 20 and $25 a piece. Really, really good sell-through rate. And I paid $2 for it. So again, right? How much I paid? $2.99. I'm sorry, I lied. I paid $3 for it. $3 into 20 or 25, a little bit larger size. Oh no, just a large. Okay. But yeah, Eddie Bauer vests. Some of the Eddie Bauer stuff still definitely worth picking up. Next up, this was a brand that I'd never seen before, but I could tell it was vintage just because of the tag. But this nice kind of golf sweater polo. Show you the tag there. But yeah, the LD Sport International. This is a vintage style, and wouldn't say the best sell-through rate. I think it was like 25-30% or so. But this was $5, and these sweaters, very similar to it, were selling between 30 and 40. So it might sit for a little bit longer, especially since cold season is behind us. But it's prime golf season right now and a little bit colder, so I'm hoping maybe somebody will jump on it if I price it correctly. But yeah, the LD Sport International, it's actually a little bit more common than I thought it was going to be on eBay. Quite a few of these, but this tag in particular is what stood out, those vintage style tags. I'm always going to be looking up those brands if I've never heard of it before. Next, this is a, my chair's falling. First time I'm picking this one up, and for several reasons. But this is Alaskan Hard Gear by Duluth Trading Company. And depending on what it is, I pick up quite a bit of Duluth Trading Company stuff. It's kind of like one of those brands like Carhartt, Ariat. The guys that do a lot of physical labor type of jobs seem to really love it and enjoy it. But this one is the untucked version. So that's one of the reasons I picked it up. Second was the style and color. The black and white checkered plaid here. Very popular style of work shirt. So these were selling between 20 and 30 a piece. And I'm probably going to ask in the middle there, 25, but paid $5 for it. I'm going to see what happens with it. Again, first time I'm picking it up, Alaskan Hard Gear. I've seen a few of those pieces before. Just passed them over because when I'm looking them up, they didn't seem like the best. But this particular one, I grabbed. All right. Next, we got another vintage style tag. This is a nice flannel button-up shirt here. Whenever I see these flannels with a tag or brand that I don't know, I look it up. And sure enough, this Claybrook Outdoors is a pretty good brand, and this one actually had a pretty good sell-through rate if I remember correctly. But again, another one of those where $25 to $35 a piece for the flannel tops, and paid $5. Another easy grab. Trying to get more of those vintage brands. They're just super popular right now, especially the nicer outdoors style vintage brands. Just have to look them up. Anytime I see a tag like that, that's an older style or something that I don't know, I'm going to look it up. If you don't do that, you should too. All right, next up, we hit a Carhartt jackpot of like a million Carhartt shirts. I'm going to put them down here because there's even more down here that I'll save them for last. But so I'm trying to learn more about women's brands, clothing, that kind of thing. And another reseller who I cannot remember, otherwise I would shout them out right now, told me in the video, talked about pajamas, women's pajamas, and how they can be worth a lot of money. So I saw this one. I was like, okay, that one looked nice to me. I mean, I don't know what I'm looking for, but Eileen West. I was like, well, Eileen Fisher, I know that's a good brand. Maybe that's her sister. Maybe it's a cousin. I don't know. But I saw the Eileen and decided to look it up. And sure enough, these Eileen West nightgowns, this style, had like a 60 to 70% sell-through rate, and they were selling between $25 and $35 a piece. And I got them for $2 a piece, and I got two of them. That's one of them. And they were just sitting there right next to one another. Nice nightgowns there. Gonna show you the tag one more time. Eileen West. Pajama nightgowns. All right. Next is Fashionable. I think I'm saying it right. This is a brand that was new for me. Just one of those tags that stood out. Hadn't seen it before, so I looked it up. And sure enough, Fashionable. Designed in France, 100% cotton. So like I was saying earlier, anything that's 100% cotton, wool, linen, silk, anything like that, I'm going to do a little bit more digging into, just because I just realized I have my nose strip on. I'm breathing so good in this video. I'm going to leave it on. Now I have to wear one in every video or y'all are going to say something. It'll be my thing. All right. So yeah, Falconable is Look, I think they had like a 30 to 40% sell-through rate on these short sleeve button-up shirts, and anywhere between $15 to $25. Uh, Paid $3 for the shirt, so yeah, a brand that's new for me that I decided to take a chance on. We're gonna see how it goes. I say take a chance. It's not really taking a chance when you've looked up and the sell-through rate is what it is. But we'll see if mine sells. Next up, we got a Polo Ralph Lauren button-up shirt here. Actually, it's just generic Ralph Lauren. And Singapore, potentially vintage. We'll have to see a little bit more. But awesome colors, awesome style. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm looking at Ralph Lauren stuff to grab. If it's just a plain button-up or button-down shirt, I'm probably going to stay away from it unless it's got like a big pony or something like that. But if it's plaid, checkered, striped, anything like that, bright colors, I'm probably going to grab it if it's a good price. All the shirts at this store were $2.99, so I'm gonna should be able to get 25 to 35 bucks for this one. A little bit of distressing in the back here, but yeah, nice find. Again, not all Ralph Lauren is the same. It has to have stuff that makes it stand out from other people online if somebody's going to buy it. Next, we got this awesome Hawaiian shirt. Uh, some of these Hawaiian shirts are very popular and sell for quite a bit of money, but they are not all the same, and some of them are quite worthless. This one is the Hilo Hati. I don't know. I'm not Hawaiian, so I hope I'm not saying that or butchering it too much. But Hilo Haiti. These Hawaiian shirts, super popular. It's a vintage brand, I believe. But these were selling very, very nicely, over 50% sell-through rate, I believe, and selling for 15, 20 bucks all day long. Nice bright floral colors here. So went ahead and grabbed that one. Next, we got a London Fog trench coat from the 70s, which was just too cool to pass up. And trench coats are always needed. It's raining somewhere in Seattle or something, but this tag in particular is why I grabbed it. Not all London Fog is the same. It's actually a very good brand. And if you can get their jackets for a few bucks a piece, you should be able to sell them for 20, 30, 40 bucks. Really, really good brand. But this one is from the 70s, made in USA, and selling for around 70 to 80 bucks. Similar styles and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I paid $9 for it. Paid up just a little bit, but awesome find that should, again, be able to 10x my money on. And the vintage stuff, when I can find it for a good price, I'm going to grab it, look it up, and the London Fog is one of those. All right. 3 blazers here. I know somebody asked me to make a video about blazers, and I was trying to look for more. I only found 3, but I will talk about them and why I grabbed them. So first of all, this is a Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren. So that's reason 1. Reason 2, when I'm looking at blazers, I'm looking inside the pockets for a tag that shows me the size and what it's made out of. This one is 100% wool. Hopefully you can see the tag there. Excuse me. Nice size, 44. And it's a pinstripe 2-button blazer, more modern. But the Ralph Lauren wool pinstripe and $5.99 price tag is what made me grab it. But really more the Ralph Lauren, the wool, the pinstripe. But those blazers usually sell for around $40 to $50. Maybe a little bit less, just depending on color and that kind of thing, size. But yeah, that's why most Ralph Lauren blazers that are made out of wool, silk, linen, anything like that, I'm gonna grab and can pay up to 10 bucks for it if I need to. If I want to. So this was cool. This It's actually a corduroy blazer. And I'd never seen a corduroy blazer before and decided to look it up. Circle S out of Dallas, Texas. Very, very close to where I was born. So that was crazy to find something like that. But yeah, this older vintage brand, I don't think they're around anymore from what I could tell. But yeah, these corduroy blazers were selling for $35, $45. So that's, again, one of those reasons why I grabbed it. It's made out of 100% cotton on the outside. Corduroy, unique vintage blazer there. Um, with blazers, sometimes you just need to look them up. Some brands are just unique that never heard of, but they are going to sell. There's a lot of blazers out there, but the things that are going to stop me and have me saying, hey, what is this? Should I even look more at it? Like this guy right here. Like, well, it's got a nice color to it. It's got a nice paisley pattern on the inside. Grabs my attention right off the bat. It's got these pinstriping on it. Let me just open the sleeve and see. So I open the sleeve, and it's a Madison blazer. Not to be confused with Brooks Brothers Madison, because Brooks Brothers makes a style called Madison. This is actually a Madison blazer. So we go over and we see, well, what's it made out of? Shell is 100% cotton. So again, one of those things where it's checking off a lot of the boxes for me, and pricing wise, it was $5. These sell between 40 and 50 bucks all day long. And sell through rate on blazers can vary just based on brand and what it's made out of. But typically a blazer for me is going to have like a 20-25% sell through rate. So not the highest, but the margin of money that you're going to make is usually higher. So I'm willing to pay that $5 and let it sit there for a second. All right. Next up, we got Marmot. This is one of their short sleeve outdoor kind of style button up shirts here. But if you don't know Marmot, I've sold some Marmot stuff before, some of their winter gear. But it's a nice quality brand. Paid $2, $3 for the shirt, don't remember exactly. But these usually go between 20 and 30, depending on size, color, if there's anything fancy about it. But just a kind of one of those bread and butter type pieces, just a good brand that I know is going to sell. So if I can find it for a few dollars, I'm going to grab it. Here's the rest of those Carhartt shirts. We'll put right here just for a second. Got a couple more pieces here. This running top Nike, as you can see there. But this is one of those things that was on sale at a thrift store, 75% off. They were calling it winter gear, which I guess it can be winter gear, but this is still something that somebody is potentially going to wear in the summertime. It's lightweight, not super heavy. And on the inside, it's not fully lined or anything, so not going to be too hot. But Nike is, again, another one of those brands where it can be a dime a dozen, but if I can get it for the right price and it's the right style, then I'm going to grab it because it's going to sell. Been selling a lot more Nike lately, but you got to be picky with it. A lot of stores price it up. Next, we got this awesome Bills Mafia. I believe it's a vintage t-shirt here. It's not single stitch, but it's a homage, right? Yeah, homage. And I just thought that was a cool print for Bills Mafia. Similar styles, even the t-shirts selling between 20 and 30 bucks. Some are selling for a little bit more. I'm going to see a little bit digging into this brand, but yeah, for $2 on a t-shirt, $3 on a t-shirt, I'm going to grab sports related stuff like that with cool print all day long. All right, next up, this was an accidental find, but I'm so glad I did. Johnny Was. First one that I've ever found. I've heard about it. I knew it existed because other people found it. But this guy, I got lucky to even find it. Tag is, the label is coming off on one side, but Love Johnny Was. Not the most obvious tag at all. But I just happened to look down at the women's rack after checking a pair of shoes and saw the name. This silk top here, well, Johnny Was is just a great brand. If you haven't heard of it, do a quick search on Johnny Was. But this particular top, going between $75 to $100, made out of silk. Yeah, the first time coming across, Johnny Was has a ton of labels to be on the lookout for. Usually they're more flamboyant and colorful, but this one, just basic little top there. Next up, got another awesome find, first time for me, Eileen Fisher. Another woman's brand that I'm trying to learn more about, branching out away from the men's stuff, because I know there's tons of good stuff in the women's section. I just don't know enough about it. But this one, Eileen Fisher, is another one of those brands that has really, really good sell-through rate, nice quality. This was on that 75% off rack at a thrift store, and these tops that are similar to it were selling between 30 and 40 bucks a piece. So went ahead and grabbed them. And now for the final thing is 16 Carhartt t-shirts. So I'm not going to show you all 16 of them, but it was like Christmas for me. Some of these looked like they hadn't even been worn. If they did, it was once or twice. But they are all 4XL. So either some big guy lost a lot of weight, which is awesome for him, or some big guy got bigger, needed a bigger size, which is awesome for me. Either way, like this one was nice. There's some that have a picture on the back, like this one. There's just so many, yeah. But they were all $2 a piece. Nuts. So I grabbed them, every single one. Some of these are the Carhartt Force. I'll show that to you. If you don't know. So there's the Carhartt label again on the front. And then the Carhartt Force is just the particular line of Carhartt. But yeah, that's our thrift haul this time. Ton of stuff, ton of new brands that we didn't know about. Had to look it up in the moment, but totally worth it. Hopefully, if you're still watching at this point and you haven't hit the like or subscribe button, go ahead and do that for me. Show me some support. If you learned anything new, leave me some comments. Let me know what you thought. If anything stands out to you, I'm always wanting to learn more. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks to my assistant being an awesome helper. And yeah, look forward to the next video. Stay tuned.